You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's... What? Yo, what is good, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are back with another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and of course we are on episode number 5 still. Day 3 investigation. We are going through figuring out what happened with the SL9 incident and what it has to do with this current case that we're working on right now. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are doing great. Let me know in the comment section below if you're having a good day, and let's jump into it. All right, sorry, we're talking to Gumshoe. Okay. But what about this? You guys have to say about this? I've been studying up on those files. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. To think people accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case of Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal when it was going on, you know. After all, the serial killer was on the loose. But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Darke guilty. Okay. Weird. Like, I don't think there's really anything else that we need to talk to him about. Like this trophy. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Miss Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got a reward for diligence myself. Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. What about this knife? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would Chief... Oh, okay, yeah. We've already talked to him about that. Okay, what about this panel? I'm gonna talk to him about that panel again. Yeah, because this is something that he built. This guy almost finished his case the other day. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on the evidence locker with his life. That's more than you could say with most offices nowadays. It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15. I mean, bro. Victim's shoe, the switchblade knife. About this. Hey, is that... It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, the knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. Okay. So we did unlock something. Murder weapon. This knife. It was Joe Darke's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's when his luck ran out. When you take a good look at this knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. Huh? It was found deep inside of the stab room. Did it match Darke's knife? You bet, down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Okay, so Neil's autopsy report added to the court record. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung, and knife tip was in the wound. Okay. The broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to murderer Joe Darke. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with a breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh, sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. What about this? That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yeah, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m., the victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with somebody else. Someone with an executive officer number. 7777777. That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer, huh? Okay, yeah, we know what that is, bro. Like, I don't know why it's definitely Gant. Alright, well, let's see if we can talk to somebody else. Here we go. February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is! He looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the last 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm rooting for you! That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Let's talk. Forged evidence! There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase that fact. Well, you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First, last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial! Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's why my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture, something seems strange about it. Okay. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at this office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yeah, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh, yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? You see what I'm saying about Chief Gant? Like, the pieces just keep lining up. Yeah, it was a piece of evidence that was in the case I was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. See, that's fishy. But what do you have to say about this? What do you have to say about the autopsy report? Okay, it's not a conversation I really feel like having. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall, he had just started making a name for himself. It looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Sorry, that was supposed to be Edgeworth and I was talking like Phoenix. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yeah? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding, it's a little different than yours. Yeah, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind this design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Oh, let's talk about it. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard the story? Me? Oh, sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake? Very well. Alright. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. Okay, we're getting some, like, lore. Hold on a minute. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed would withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. I know he didn't just object the history lesson. Are you serious? Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive, but then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Okay, that's actually a pretty lit history lesson, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I see, so the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so, they symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. Huh. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant, again. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can go talk to him. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. Box lunch lady. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Miss Star! I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's... What? What are we talking about? Whoa, I mean, she's not wrong, though. Like, that was a really curious person. I don't know who discovered that, and I don't know who thought that'd be a good idea. She was a nasty dude, bro. Kind of like the first person who... Oh, yeah, never mind. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up a case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, I won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Star's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Let's talk a little bit, Lana. Angel, I feel like you got a little bit of, like, some issues to talk about. Joe Darke, that's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was never more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course they were led by the legendary duo. Lana. And Chief Gant! Okay. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. But you mean without the forging of the evidence, right? Don't get me wrong, Joe Darke got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof of anything illegal being done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties, most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. Thank you. Okay, Angel, we can agree on one thing, and it's that Chief Gant is playing a very elaborate chess game. I promise you that. It's gonna come out. She was being used? legendary duo, Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation while Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I take it she's talking about force evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. It wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. A star. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Blah, blah, blah. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he can control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. Here, listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I know before I said that it was like a whole big thing where she didn't actually see what she saw and she was part of the dirty thing, right? I think after the first trial, it's more clear than ever that she actually did see that, but I'm curious to know if that's what she actually saw, or if the pieces were aligned in such a way to make her believe she saw that. I really don't know, but another thing is for certain, I will say too, is that she is no longer our enemy also because she seems to have a head on her shoulder. She seems to understand that she was also a victim of what happened years ago. So I don't think she technically really has too much against prosecutors other than what happened to her. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ! I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you into the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Bro, I'm gonna keep showing you this picture until you finally accept it. Bro. Let's talk to him? No? I apparently missed something over at the High Prosecutor's office. Wonder what he was writing for. Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. Oh my gosh, Edgeworth, you can't retire, bro. Who else is gonna be that one prick on the other side of the courtroom trying to tell me what I can and can't prove wrong or right? But, Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. I mean, okay. Look at you, in the middle of a trial. Imagine if it was me, bro. You would be, roasting the crap out of me. I should be roasting you, but you're lucky I'm on another errand right now. Alright, let's present this to Gumshoe. Alright. What's this crumbled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far! Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice too, but I know the difference now. He trusts his detectives to provide him with sound evidence, but we betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But, here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. After all, I'm friends with Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? What? So at least let me do this, for Miss Edgeworth's sake. Alright, Detective, thank you. Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly into his pocket. Alright, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get in here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we've been waiting for. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Hell yeah. We in here. Alright. We're in! If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Ah! Gah! Oh, did he just slap him again? Oh, bro. It's assault at this point. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong, so I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card! Okay. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Let's examine some shit. No clues here. Is this the real deal, isn't it? This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure it is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Oh wait, sorry. First the pipe organ, and now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone to this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? Emma, I'm sorry. You have a lot to learn. Yes, you're paying for this. You're also paying for a lot of wild things that don't need to get paid for. Let's be real. That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes, and now she's gonna commit tax fraud? You don't have any taxes to pay, and you're only 16. Yeah, he's got a point. Shh, be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant! He put that paper he was reading on his desk. True. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey, look at the case name. Huh? That's a 9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No. What about evidence lists? Normally, they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-sized list of evidence. The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists are twice as long. What would be the other half of this list doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case! It would appear so. See? I've been telling y'all. You gotta listen. You got to listen. We already know Chief Gant got some weird stuff going on here. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe? That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. We don't have a code. A 7-digit number. What if it's like... Do you know what that is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? It's not your birthday. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. I was just joking, bro. I don't know. Oh, hold on a minute. SL9 S SL-9. What was it? 221. 221. 0221. Wait. 221 SL9? 0? Bro, what? That's not right. Alright, I get it. I guess that wasn't it. I was so sure that was the number. Maybe we should check the court record again. A 7-digit number. Would it really be 7777? I think it's 777. It's not your birthday. It's probably all 7s, so it must be his number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what I'm assuming. Hey, we got it. Let's go. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 777777, the final ID card number on that record. Huh? The number of the mysterious executive officer entered the room that day. You mean 777777? That ID card number? I think you're 1 7 shy this time. This one could only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Yeah, move, step aside, Gumshoe, so I can look. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a piece of the vase, a shard from a broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here too. Ooh, what's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. Ooh, this is a hamper, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it and a broken shard from a cup? They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective. Bro, are you daft? Open the court record and show this moron this photo. Sorry. I don't mean to go in on Gumshoe like that, but bro. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the good old days. It's kinda early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right, one of the old shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this thing ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one that was found in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Some of the fragments. Here, let me take a crack. Let me see that shard. Let me take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece together this again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Easy peasy. Alright, so I believe... Wait. Oh, oops. Stop, bro. Oh my gosh. It's... Wait. Wasn't it just the right way? Bro, I didn't have to rotate it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss having the controller. There, it fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. Okay, it's got blood on it. It's got blood on it? There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in a safe? Unstable jar updated in the court record. Right? Okay, let's talk about the desk. Yeah, that's where I was waiting for on the day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes? I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, he wouldn't be... No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now, then let's take a look a bit around here more. Let's take a look around here a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. Are you my girlfriend? Like, what? Who does that? You don't just let it go at that. Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Anyway, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Yes. Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Yeah, we're not saying anything yet. We want to make sure that we actually have some concrete evidence instead of, you know, conjecture. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. We found this inside the drawer. A list of evidence from the SL9 incident. Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of that list. What would this list be doing here? We better look a little more into this. Yeah, I actually kind of want to look at that list. Real quick. There's so much evidence, bro. Yeah, they weren't kidding when they said it's twice as long, bro. This is what them kids draw in them Paranormal Activity movies when they see dead people. Okay. I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving like that, Mr. Wright? You better not forget about that picture. Okay. What about zooming in? Probably not going to show us anything. Alright, anywho. So about this paper here. Anything on here worth noting? No, I don't think so. Alright. A window? You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. If you were top in the building, you'd be able to see everything below. At first, the chief wanted to use stained glass for this window. I don't know what she said again. I skipped past it by accident. Really? Why didn't he? They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view. Oh, stained glass or not, it's a huge window. The chief's organ shows a sight to behold. Occasionally, we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department. That's on the 2nd floor, and it's only the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office. It makes him listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's besides the point. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, this picture. This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Darke ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving this award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here, then went along with Chief Gant to question Darke. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. So I wonder if maybe Gant wanted him to go and kill Lana. Gee, do you think? I wonder if that's what happened. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey! This is where Lana and I went to that theme park. Okay. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends were made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Okay. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go through crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that! Oh, nah, I'm out of pocket? Anyways. This mark looks like some kind of flower. What it is a sign after the insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge? Yeah, like the one hanging around your collar. What? They have badges too? The design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system. Now that you mention it, it does look all pointy and kind of painful. Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit. So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges? I guess everyone just kind of let it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. Anywho. Alright, I think that's like pretty much everything. There's nothing else that we really need to look at in here that we're actually having the ability to. You know, the chair, the phone, everything like that, the suit of armor, the window. Yeah, so the only thing now is to maybe talk about something, maybe show him something. Let's present this to him. That's what the chief was reading before, wasn't it? You know, when we first came in here? Yeah, it looks like the right side of the form's been torn off. So Mr. Edgeworth really was only half of the whole thing. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of that form, pal. The back? I feel a lot better now that the straw is complete. But it only raises another question. What was a piece of it doing in the chief's safe? More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? Isn't that what safes are for anyway? I have a feeling that the outcome of tomorrow's trial might just hinge on this. I'm curious to see. Yes! There we go, baby. Hell yeah. Whoa, this area must have been covered in blood. Is this from that incident? It must be. When Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered 2 years ago it passed, so the reaction's kind of dull. So murder really did take place here. Okay, let's present this to him. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, Detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor? Okay, clown. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, wait, I see. Okay. So we got one fingerprint. I gave him my best shot. That kind of result won't be anything good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this point. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Let's go for the middle finger. I don't know, I just got a feeling. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. This doesn't match Gant. This matches Goodman, but reverse? Nah. Oh, this matches Emma's fingerprints. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to explain this one, Shouty. Explain what was going on here. What were you cooking with this? No, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Huh, it's too bad. I thought they'd be Darke's prints. Hey, you there. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Yeah, maybe you should hold on to this. Okay. Well, was that any help? Of course! Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out the window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir. Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir. Oh my gosh, we got him fired? Now get out! Yes, sir. We actually got him fired. We'll be on our way out too then. Wait, you were the one without the spiky hair. Don't go. Sorry, you, the one without the spiky hair. You don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like to have a word with you. But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You, with the spiky hair, you're free to go. Mr. Wright! What just happened? I just got him fired. I just got good Gumshoe fired, bro. Oh my gosh. Look, pal, if I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limit. Oh, don't even try to play this now, like. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why is she kept eerily silent about it this whole time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. Okay. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Okay. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can defend you. Sorry, I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful damn thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Woo! Well, alright. Hey, look. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to stop it here, y'all. I'm gonna have to stop it here. I've been recording for almost over an hour at this point. I am drained because I'm still trying to process everything, but from what I understand, from what I get about this whole predicament that we're seeing right now between the whole dynamic between Gant, Lana, and Emma, I think the pieces are starting to finally come together. So there is something that we still are not understanding about the story, right? I feel it in my brain, but we do have the pieces that will get us there during court tomorrow. My only thing is trying to figure out the piece between how Gant is manipulating the Sky Sisters, right? Because that's essentially where this whole thing has been going. Gant has manipulated Lana into taking office as chief prosecutor, right? So, in doing that, he has been able to preserve the office of chief prosecutor, right? Where the crime took place in the SL9 case. So that's one way. The other way is during this whole crime investigation, whatever, we discovered that Emma was actually in the middle of everything that had just occurred. Right? She was the one that Darke damn near killed. And I have a feeling that the reason why that is because Gant wanted Lana dead. I don't know why yet. Potentially, maybe it wasn't that he wanted her dead, but there's some motive that he has for trying to either get Lana killed or to have Darke on the loose. I think he let him go by accident, or not by accident, but on purpose. But that remains to be seen. That's my theory. And right now, I think Gant's talking to Emma because he's trying to figure out how much she knows about the incident, and I think Lana was lying to protect Emma the entire time. That's my theory so far. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed what you watched. If you did, please, if you like, subscribe if you did. As always, I appreciate you for coming to watch this video, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace, y'all.